Okay, what's going on, LBHT crew B? What is going on?
I don't like tonight's Black History Fact, man. There's a lot of words I can't pronounce.
Hey, this Black History Fact was a special request. Actually, we did miss it last week because this person was born on my daughter's birthday. Happy birthday to my daughter Anita, who turned 16 last week. Yes.
Too old, too fast.
Yes, I know. Oh, they are already here in the chat. Look up, my man, Coach said, "Let's go Lakers." Okay, all right.
That's right, Coach.
Yes, Suge Knight 323 is in the house. Oh, by the way, first of all, two brothers here, right? Suge Knight 323. If you're not subscribed, subscribe over there. He does a Ravens/Steelers show called The Steel Conspiracy. You will see Brodny on there quite often, as well as Hendo. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Coach Evans, Sip to Tally Films. He does a semi-daily call-in show. So, everybody that wants to call in and get their thoughts on this show, just go over here. Okay. You can go to Sip to Tally Films from 4:30 to about 5. That's the time range that you can call in, I believe. And then, he'll go over to, he'll make sure you get your call in once you're locked in there. All right. So Sip to Tally Films, go over there, subscribe. Speaking of Hendo, the Rogue Pod says, "Let's go." Yes.
What's up, Hendo?
Just Aloe, what's going on? Says, "Hello, my LBHT crew. I hope everyone is doing fine." Yes, thanks for coming through, Just Aloe. Living big with Big Reg. That's another person you need to subscribe to. I was just watching your video, Big Reg, that you put out today. Excellent video. Well done. Salute to you. Brandon Bazel, what's going on? Says, medium impact. Talking about Jalen Hurts. If you looked at the title, it says Jalen Hurts impact. Contract impact. I left Lamar Jackson out the title, but we understood what that was about. DDSQ, what's going on? Thanks for coming through. Salute to you. D Weezy, what's going on? Thanks for coming through. Yes. One session. What's going on? What's up, y'all? Best time of the week. MJ, yes, I see you, MJ. I see you. Okay. We got our man Buck from the Buck Stops here. Salute to you. Thanks for coming through, my friend. All right, man. Oh, and we got a donation from Marco G. Say, what's good, fellas? Marco. Hanging out with the fam right now. Hey, that's the best kind of hangout right there. All right. Okay. I have to reset this. I'm not sure what's going on with my stream elements. Not to worry, we'll get that set up. But we are streaming live on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and Twitch. Did I get everything? Yeah, we got everything. Make sure you subscribe, follow, like, all that good stuff over there. All right. And we are also we have our audio podcast. So if you're listening on the audio side, make sure you leave a 5-star review. This will be Thursday afternoon when this drops. So hope your lunch is going well. All right. So, man, look, it's Lamar news is keeping us going through this offseason. Okay. We are in April, closing in on the draft, close to May. And this Lamar news is still hot. It's hot, okay? It was so hot, I was like, I'm going to leave it out the title this week, and people are still going to understand what I'm talking about, okay? There's no Lamar Jackson in that title. There's no Lamar Jackson in that thumbnail, okay? But we're going to talk Lamar. But not first, we got to big up our guy, Jalen Hurts, okay? We're going to talk about that contract. NBA playoffs is going on, okay? We got a lot to talk about there. And Trey Young, is he overrated? We're gonna have to discuss that. We got a lot to go over, but first, we like to start every show with the Black History Fact, and B has a Black History Fact for you.
Yeah, like Jose said, this is a viewer-requested Black History Fact that we recognize Percy Lavon Julian, who was born on April 11th, my niece's birthday, but he was born in 1899, so he was quite a bit older. Percy Lavon Julian was a chemist, and in fact, one of our greatest chemists. If you go read the list of his accomplishments, he was among the first Black chemists to earn a PhD in chemistry. He was the first Black chemist to be inducted into the National Academy of Sciences, and he's kind of famous. He's famous for synthesizing. I know that I googled it. I'm probably still going to say it wrong. synthesizing physostigmine. That's a plant. It was synthesized from plants, and it's used to treat glaucoma and other conditions. He also was one of the first to isolate soy protein, industrial grade soy protein, and it kind of brought down cost in manufacturing a lot of different products. And he was also famous for his work synthesizing human hormones, testosterone, estrogen, and progesterone. So, if you know someone who has any kind of hormone deficiency, rheumatoid arthritis, like I said, glaucoma, any number of other conditions, they kind of may owe their treatment to Percy Julian. He's also instrumental in the widespread manufacture of cortisone, other corticosteroids, and one other that I need to actually pull up here again. Birth control pills. So again, this is just kind of really very, very, just the tip of the iceberg with what Mr. Julian accomplished. It's way too much to go over right now, as well as just his personal story. I mean, his professional accomplishments were amazing. His personal story is pretty interesting as well. He had to go over to Europe, the University of Vienna, to get his doctorate in chemistry because he was awarded a Austin Fellowship at Harvard. But he showed up at Harvard and they were like, "Oh, didn't know you were a black. You can't teach."
Whoops. Our mistake. This is so embarrassing.
So they said, that prevented him. He wasn't able to complete his doctorate there, so he went overseas. And they said he found that he was a much greater part of the community there.
Did you
face the same kind of racial bias as he did in the U.S.?
Do I need to remind you?
Yeah, I forget every single time. This is Percy Julian. I literally uploaded it 2 minutes before the show went live, and I forget every single time. But while he was over in Europe, he also helped a friend of his and a colleague of his escape the Holocaust. And then there was a lot of other things that obviously took place in his personal life. I really would recommend Googling Percy Julian and reading up on everything that he accomplished and everything that went on in his personal life. But we just wanted to highlight Mr. Julian as the first Black chemist to be inducted into the National Academy of Sciences.
Salute. That was a great Black history fact right there. All right, man. They already be. Look who's here. Yolanda is here. Salute to Yolanda. Thanks for coming through.
What's up, Yolanda?
Main L, what's going on? Thanks for coming through. Be the change you wish to see as we proceed to give you what you need. Yes, indeed. Marco G says, no Ja, no Giannis. They're not playing?
No, Ja's out tonight, and as well as Giannis, I believe.
Oh, well, Memphis is cooked. We can skip past that one.
Wow.
What's going on?
They were cooked regardless.
I didn't think we'll talk about that. I didn't think they're gonna win anyway, but no job to cook. Yo, what's good, guys? Just finished tanning.
Most unnecessary activity of all time, Nitro. That's all right.
DDSQ, yes. Shout out to my frat brother Percy Julian. The Qs. Okay. Indeed. Salute to y'all. Okay. Willie Seabon is here. What's up? Olumide, thanks for coming through. Daniel Franklin. Hey, Brandon Wyatt says, fingers crossed of what happens in the draft. All right, look. And Jawan 100, Black History Fact, always fire. What up? Thanks, man. Thank you. We appreciate that. MDT Sports, we see you. Sharon, we see you. Says, good evening, my favorite guys. Hope you're doing okay. We are doing well now, Sharon. Now that you're here. Okay. Thank you for coming through. Okay. NDT Sports, shout out to you, man. Salute. All right, Jalen Hurts got some money. Salute to Jalen Hurts.
Congratulations to Jalen Hurts.
So, okay, let's break this down. B, what did Jalen Hurts get?
He got a 5-year, $255 million extension with, I believe it was 110 guaranteed at signing, and then it was about, what was it, 179 or so was the kind of practical guarantee.
Yeah, approximately.
I don't have the exact number in front of me. So I apologize, but it was about that.
Yeah.
So a great deal for Jalen Hurts. A guy who had just started a couple of years and really had just the one great season this past year where he led the Eagles to the Super Bowl and was rightly rewarded by the team.
Yes. So look, Jalen Hurts, when he was in college, that was probably the last time I watched a decent amount of college football. Right. I started like kind of, we both kind of started waning off college football. Didn't really like how college sports was going. And Mr. J says, always happy when another Jalen succeeds. There you go. But when he was at Alabama, that was probably like one of the last years that I really, really like watched college football. And I remember when he got benched. Mm-hmm. Right. And Tua took over for him and won that game. Was it overtime? I think it was overtime. He won that game.
I don't think it was overtime, but I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, because I can't remember who they're playing. They kicked the field goal. They were up 3, or they were down 3, and Tua threw that. He do that like that 60-yard touchdown pass to win it. And we were like, damn, well, that's it for Jalen. But then he transferred to Oklahoma, right? And was Bob Stoops still the coach then? Bob Stoops got him right. He got him right. And I felt, you and I had discussions about how.
I don't think it was Bob. I think it was Lincoln.
Lincoln. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Lincoln.
Lincoln Riley at that point.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Lincoln Riley. But Lincoln Riley, he got him right. And I felt good about his chances in the NFL. You didn't feel as good, right? But we weren't sure where he was going to get drafted. But when he got drafted, we weren't sure if he was going to get to play. And then Carson Wentz did Carson Wentz things, man. Salute to Carson Wentz, because this is really what happened. Carson Wentz, who looked like he was going to be their franchise QB, right? They won a Super Bowl. Well, he didn't win, but like he was on that team. He got hurt that year. They won, and it looked like this is just going to be it. And Carson Wentz just went Carson Wentz.
To be fair, he started doing Carson Wentz things before Jalen got drafted, and that's why he was drafted in the second round.
Yes. No. Yeah. But that's what opened the door for him, right?
Yeah.
And when Jalen took over, I wasn't sure. Even though I liked him, I wasn't sure how much of a chance they were going to give him, because they didn't seem like they were really on him like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Even this year, it was kind of we'll see how he does with what we give him, and that's fair, right? See, that's what I like about them. Okay, we're not 100% in on him. We don't know how he's going to play, but we're going to give him the best opportunity to succeed. We're going to give him all the weapons on that side. We're going to try to show up the O-line, and we're going to see if he can get it done. And he almost did, right? I mean, he got it done. He didn't win the Super Bowl, but I mean, he got them to the Super Bowl. So, I mean, he proved it, and they said, okay, he proved us wrong or right, however they looked at it. We believe in him, and now we're going to give him his money. It was a simple transition throughout the whole thing, from drafting him to giving him an opportunity to paying him. And this is where we get into the comparisons with Lamar Jackson and how he's been treated by his organization, even though Lamar pretty much did all of this in year 2. He didn't make it to the Super Bowl, but he won league MVP. He showed you exactly who he is. From then, there should have been no questions about getting his money, getting him locked up. And this is another example. We'll talk more about the contract comparisons in a minute, but this is an example of other teams knowing how to secure the quarterbacks, and the Ravens just showing that they don't know what they're doing. They've never experienced. They've never had a quarterback like this ever, and they're showing that they don't know how to handle the situation, because this is embarrassing now.
It is. It's very embarrassing. This is essentially, if you take away the current years that they're both playing, their fifth year for Lamar, and this I believe the third or fourth year for Jalen. These contracts are very, very similar, what Jalen got and what Baltimore offered Lamar. But the difference, like you said, is Philadelphia went out and they drafted Devonta Smith. And then they said, oh, doesn't seem like that's enough. Let's go trade for A.J. Brown. and they had a great coaching staff. They have the best O-line in the league. They had an actual great running game, which Baltimore does not have. I know Ravens fans think they have it, but your run game is Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
And so when you look at Jalen Hurts, you can say, okay, yeah, it's a very nice deal regardless. I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad deal. It's a lot of money, but he's not doing as much as Lamar is. And I saw a comment up here I wanted to bring up. Where is it?
Who's it from?
I think it was from MJ. I can't find it, but essentially it was saying that the difference between Jalen and only difference between Jalen and Lamar is weapons and scheme, maybe even coaching, but I don't know. But no, I mean, those aren't the only differences. Lamar is a better player than Jalen Hurts in basically every facet of the game. But yeah, those things highlight the difference, right? I always say the players around your quarterback are multipliers for your quarterback. So if you have a great quarterback and you don't put anything around him, you look like the Baltimore Ravens, where, you've got this generational talent at the quarterback spot, but everything is a struggle on offense because you don't have great skill position players, you don't have good coaching, and he's kind of having to do it all himself. When you look at, wow, well, thank you, Julian.
I'll finish that and I'll read this.
But yeah, if you look at Jalen Hurts, who is a less talented quarterback, I'm not saying he's a bad quarterback, but he's less talented than Lamar. But you put Miles Sanders and a great O-line and Devonta Smith and A.J. Brown and Shane Steichen around him, he performs at an extremely high level.
Yes, man. We talk about so much about, showing confidence in your QB, having your young QBs back, right? Showing all the confidence in them, putting everything behind them. It makes a world of difference.
Yes.
And there are so many quarterbacks I think about that didn't have that, and I wonder how their careers would turn out. Right? One of the main ones is Vince Young. I always think about Vince Young, and I'm always thinking about Julian in this $50 donation. Salute to you, Julian. Says, fellas working hard, excited for more NFL content and Tank and Garcia coverage. Yes, we are going to cover the Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia fight over on Ring Kings podcast. So this is a big weekend if you're into boxing, or you have a little interest in boxing, and this is a big event and you want some coverage for that. Go over to our other channel, Ring Kings podcast, and subscribe because we will be streaming live after the fight. Okay, so check it out. Sharon says, Jose or B, explain to me about the funny money in these contracts. I keep hearing people talk about contracts that's full of nothing. Now, I also want to read this comment too, because Top Bill in response to Sharon says, LJ offered 133 million fully guaranteed at signing. Hurts only got 110 million fully guaranteed at signing. Right? Brandon Wyatt says Sarah Ellison stated that the Ravens gave Lamar a contract that was still similar to Jalen. Yes. And yes, Nitro, appreciate you. It says 51 people in here. Smash the like button. Hit the like button, people. Indeed. And Anonymous, salute to Anonymous for the 420. Thank you so much. Says congrats to Jalen for getting his money. There is still no comparison to Lamar. Jalen signed an extension. Money time exposes parts of fan base. A lot of fans don't like players getting paid. True. Players are never overpaid, in my opinion. I agree. Now, yes, Sarah Ellison, Ian Rappaport, even though Ian Rappaport didn't seem too confident when he was first talking about the contract, they are both, trying to explain the both contracts and how Lamar was fairly treated and he was given a fair offer, and of course that was going to come, right? They're going to put that, hey, he was offered 133 million at signing versus Jalen's 110 or whatever. You saw a lot of numbers, and people were confused. Well, wait, Lamar got offered more and Jalen is the highest paid quarterback in history. What's going on? Listen, that's all there to confuse you. I have some graphics here, okay, that will explain everything to you. You don't need to look at anything else, okay? So basically what happened was Jalen Hurts got 110 million guaranteed, right? The Ravens said, hey, we got some money for you, right? Here's what we offered you. $133 million guaranteed. This explains what Lamar Jackson said. Lamar Jackson said he wants more. Okay, so he got offered more, or whatever. We assume he got offered more. Hey, 133 million. First day of signing. 200 million. Guaranteed for injury. Versus Jalen Hurts, 170 something for injury. Okay. And they said, well, how much do you want if you don't want that? Lamar said, more and more. Okay. So those are the only things that you need to know. Okay. Lamar Jackson didn't like the first offer. He said, give me more. How much more? More and more. Okay. More. All right. Give him what he wants. It doesn't matter what he was offered. It doesn't matter how close it was to Jalen Hurts' offer. He doesn't want that. He wants more. So give it to him.
And JP says it here. I'm assuming you meant to put is about principle. So if you don't get that the situation with Lamar and the Ravens is about principle, you're missing the point. And yes, because again, he's been their starter for 5 years, right? Well, 4.5. He saved John Harbaugh's job. He turned the season around in his rookie year. They were 4-5 with Joe Flacco, and they had a top defense through those first 9 weeks already. He comes in, and they go 6-1 the rest of the season to make the playoffs, right? He wins MVP, a unanimous MVP in his next year. And not only do you not build around him, you start taking things away, right? You let the O-line deteriorate. They're starting to build it back up now, but they let the O-line deteriorate. You take his friend and number one wide receiver in Hollywood Brown, who did ask for a trade because of Greg Roman, but you traded him away and did nothing to replace him.
Right.
And you're still putting everything on his shoulders. You're asking him to do more than every other quarterback in the league. I mean, Jalen Hurts runs a lot. He ran for, I believe it was over 700 yards this year, but he had a running back who ran for 1,200. In Baltimore, that's reversed. J.K. Dobbins, who everybody in Baltimore, loves and loves to praise and fawn over. He runs for 800 yards a year. Lamar goes over 1,000. Right. He is the running game, not J.K. Dobbins, not Gus Edwards. Certainly, it wasn't Greg Roman. It's Lamar, and Lamar is the passing game, right? He has to make everything happen because you have not, up until right now, like literally right now, you have not given him any kind of proven talent at the wide receiver position. Hopefully, Rashad Bateman, once you got rid of Steve Saunders, hopefully Rashad Bateman can stay healthy. Hopefully Lamar stays healthy. Hopefully Odell Beckham stays healthy. And this is going to be the best argument or the best offense that the Ravens have put out with Lamar Jackson. But you already messed that up, right? It's already been 5 years. You've already shown him that you don't believe in him. You've already shown him that you're not going to do the things necessary to help him help you win a championship. And now he's using his leverage for the people who think he doesn't have leverage. He's using his leverage to force the Ravens into making moves that they wouldn't otherwise make. You've never seen the Ravens go after a player like Odell Beckham. Oh, let me correct myself. They're always interested. You've never seen them actually close the deal and pay real American dollars to a player like Odell Beckham and get them signed into Baltimore, right? They did that because they're afraid of losing Lamar Jackson. Yeah, they're still in supposedly on DeAndre Hopkins. Do you think that happens if not for Lamar Jackson holding out and saying, I'm not coming back to the table?
Well, this speaks
of
to
course
what,
not.
Yes, this speaks to what Dan Franklin is saying here. He says, well, we don't know what these conversations were like with Lamar. He might not have been asking for, quote unquote, more. He might want more talent around him. Yeah, he wants that too. And I think, listen. He wants the talent for sure, and he wants his money. He deserves both. Mm-hmm. And usually when you ask for more money, it's because you're doing more for the team. Okay. You might get players willing to take a little less when the team has supplied them with everything they could want to win. Right.
Absolutely.
But when a team is doing the opposite, because last year it looked like the Ravens were purposely trying to take talent from him. It seemed that way. It seemed like they were being defiant and saying, okay, Hollywood, we'll ship you off, and we're just not going to get another wide receiver, because they were
trying to prove a point.
Yeah, they couldn't possibly believe, as much as they like Duvernay, that Duvernay was going to be a better wide receiver than Hollywood Brown. They couldn't possibly believe. I know we make jokes about Prochet. It doesn't matter what you think about Prochet. There's no way they could have possibly believed that he was going to be better than Hollywood Brown, right? Tylan Wallace, Demarcus Robinson. There's no way that they thought they were going to replace
Demarcus
that.
Robinson was the emergency replacement too.
Yeah,
they didn't even have him in there.
That's what I'm saying. Like they didn't think that they were going to replace that talent. They didn't care, right? They just straight up didn't care. Even at tight end, okay, they got multiple tight ends later on, but they weren't like reaching for any tight end. They weren't trying to get any more skill positions on that side of the ball. They were being very defiant, and this is part of the reason why they're having such a hard time signing Lamar. And the rumors coming from Michael Lombardi saying, the reason why they got Odell is because he said, "You get me Odell and D-Hop, then we'll talk." Right? So now they're jumping through hoops to make him happy, because they know he will walk. That's the leverage right there, because he's already shown, I don't care if you tag me, I'll wait this out. I don't care if you guys collude to not pay me right now. I'll wait. You're the ones that are hurting. You're the ones that can't put your team together. You're the ones that got $34 million tied up and you can't make any other moves, right? Like, I can play this game too. Let me read this comment real quick from Chris. Oh, salute to you. Just gave us a 100 emoji. Appreciate that. Thank you, Chris. This is him flexing his muscle, and Coach said, "Don't say it, Jose." I'm sorry, Prochet. I'm sorry. I was gentle. It's no shade to Prochet. But again, even if you like Prochet, we didn't think he was better than Hollywood Brown, right? So, and they know that, but they were so smug about not getting him his help. It seemed like, we all thought it. Are they trying to sabotage Lamar in his contract year? Are they trying to lower his number in his contract year? Because it doesn't seem like they're trying to get him any more help. They kept Grey Roman around when they knew it was time for him to go.
Right.
But now Grey Roman gets shown the door. Now, we'll get you Odell. Oh, we're all in. We're trying to get D-Hop. Now they're trying to make all those moves. Hey, we re-signed your cousin. Remember that? Yeah, we re-signed your cousin. He's on the team too. They're trying to do all these things. That's cool. Oh, that's cool. Also pay me.
Yeah. Marcus says, so if they close this Hopkins deal, are y'all saying he will sign? Because at that point, we have a new coordinator, good O-line, 3 legit wide receivers, an elite tight end. I agree with them not properly building around him before, though. Malpractice. First off, you don't really know that you have a good O-line. You still have questions at left guard and right tackle.
It's looking promising.
You absolutely do not have an elite tight end. I wish Ravens fans would stop saying that. He's a good tight end, even a very good tight end. He's nowhere near Travis Kelce and George Kittle in town.
We got coined his phrase. He's technically elite.
No.
You guys put in the chat hashtag technically elite, because he is top. He's like top 5.
But that's the thing. Elite doesn't have a set number, right? He's absolutely not an elite tight end.
Well, okay, all right. He had a great year last year.
Yeah,
so I can understand. Yes, but it was just like not this past season, but the season before. So I can understand, and he's still young. So I can understand people thinking he's elite, right? Clearly, he's not Travis Kelce.
Hey, Coach, is he close to Travis Kelce?
He's not talking about
his talent.
Wait, he's talking about Andrews.
I assume so. He just put this in there.
Okay. Yes or no, chat? Because I'm curious what you guys think. We should definitely work this poll. I don't even know how to do this thing. Do you think after this year and watching Travis Kelce and a healthier Kittle's never healthy. But
Coach says nope, he's not close to Travis Kelce. That means he's not elite.
So is Andrews elite, chat? Do you think Mark Andrews is elite? We know he's top 5. I'm not arguing that. But do you think he's elite? Hey, what's up, Will G? Thanks for coming through. Says, what's up, guys? Glad to be able to catch the show tonight. Salute to you. Appreciate you. Man, I love seeing familiar faces in here, man. You guys are so awesome. And like,
yeah,
Wednesdays Wednesdays going into work are tough. But every time I come to do the show, man, it's awesome. What are you looking at, B?
Wow. I'm looking at Marcus standing alone. saying that Mark Andrews is elite.
But okay, all right. Look, I'm gonna defend Mark though. I'm gonna defend him because last year Rico says he's elite, right? Not this past season, the season prior, he had elite numbers. He had what the most receiving yards for a tight end.
Mm-hmm.
So I can understand how you would feel that way. This year he wasn't that same guy, and I mean, listen. Like if you're saying he's on the same level as Travis Kelce, I don't know to tell you there. He's clearly even if it's 1 of 1, right? Which is Travis Kelce and then everybody else. Travis Kelce is elite. You can't possibly believe, even if you want to compare that last year's numbers to what Travis Kelce did this year, and just about every other year. Travis Kelce averages like 1,200 yards a year, right? They're not the same, man. They're not the same.
Elite means the choice or best of anything considered collectively as of a group or class of persons or persons of the highest class. He's not elite. You look at
he's elite, but he's not Kelce. That's what I'm going to say.
Yeah, but by definition, he's not elite because he's not in that class. You can say he's a very good player, whatever, but he's not in the top class of tight ends in the NFL, and you can't argue that he is, Coach.
Do we?
I mean, you wouldn't argue that he is.
Well, okay. Well, let's ask that question because obviously Kelce. I mean, that nobody's arguing that. What about?
He's not close to Kittle either.
I'm about to ask the chat that is he close? And I agree with you. Is he on the same level as George Kittle? As look, like Scratch is right here. Kittle. He's okay. He says it's Kelce and Kittle, and then it's Andrews, Waller, and Goddard. I think Waller is better than Andrews, but Waller is hurt often, so I can understand how you're making the argument that they're the same. But I think all things considered equal, I think Waller is a better tight end. I don't think I know he's better. We can't target Mark Andrews 18 times in a game, and he's gonna catch like 16 of them, right? No. Waller will do that. But okay. But it's Kittle, Waller. We could throw Dallas Goedert on there. I think he's better than Dallas Goedert. But do you think he's better than Kittle and Andrews? What do you guys think in the chat? Marcus says, hell no. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, Marcus says, I'll tell you why, Brodny. Just like Lamar can't reach his full potential without other weapons around him, how can Andrews reach his full potential with nobody else to take away coverage? If he's elite, he doesn't need somebody to take away coverage. How was Travis Kelce the best tight end in the league after Tyreek Hill left? They didn't have any great wide receivers on that team either. You can tell just by watching him, just like you can tell Lamar Jackson is a top quarterback, even though he doesn't have those weapons around him. You can tell he's that guy. You can tell that Mark Andrews is not. You can tell Travis Kelce is that guy, regardless of the situation around him. You can tell Mark Andrews is not.
Now, we want to make it clear. This is not us dumping on Mark Andrews. We think he's an excellent tight end, right? Mm-hmm. And like I said before, glad he's on our team, right? Because we can't get Kelce. We can't get Kittle. I mean, we had Waller, but we could have got him back. But we can't get him now. Okay, that ship is sell. We could, yeah. But listen, man, I'll take him. I'll definitely take him over Dallas Goedert, right? I'm not complaining at all. But we gotta keep things in perspective. Like he can't change the game the way Travis Kelce can. He can't break one like Travis Kelce can. Kelce is a different type of beast, yo. Even Kittle, I don't think he can move like Kittle. Zeke says Kittle over Andrews just a bit. Okay, and I can understand the argument too. Kittle gets hurt too much, man. You gotta stay healthy. That's part of it. Shout out to Sterling for a $2 donation. Says we need the LBHT elite player. What did it say?
Rubric be approved.
Yes. Indeed. Top Billing says Andrews is 4th, 5th best. Gotta remember this offense literally prioritize tight ends and schemes open for tight ends. He wouldn't be like this in a more balanced offense. I think he'd still be very good. I don't care what team you put him on. I think Andrews is gonna be very good. I think he is a top 5 tight end. Right? Don't get that twisted. But yeah, I think Kelce is just He's up here. That I take Kittle and Wallace. I think he's the fourth best.
Marcus says you keep comparing him to Kelsey. By that logic, Mahomes is the only elite quarterback. No, Mahomes isn't leagues better than Lamar or even Joe Burrow. We think he's better, but it's not head and shoulders above those guys. And I keep comparing him to Kelsey because that's what elite means. It means the best of the group, Marcus. You can't be outside of the best and be elite.
So I question to Marcus. And look, I like that that example he brought. Do you think if Lamar was on that Kansas City team, do you believe he could perform like Pat Mahomes? Now, mind you, he's won unanimous MVP already, so he's been the best quarterback in the league before, right? But do you believe if he was in that scheme with those coaches, with those weapons, he could perform just as well as Pat Mahomes? If the answer is yes, then he's on that level, right? What I'm saying is, so LeBron not elite.
So LeBron's not elite, not anymore.
No.
He's 38 years old.
No, not right now. No,
he's not elite anymore.
No.
Giannis, Jokic, and maybe you can put Luka or Tatum in that group if you want, like if you want to argue. But I mean, for sure, it's Giannis and Jokic. And they're the elite players. No, not Embiid. Those are the elite players in the NBA.
I haven't heard elite used this much outside of Halo. But yeah. I don't. If you put Mark Andrews in that same offense, that same Kansas City offense, he can't do what Kelsey is doing. So that's the difference. That's the difference there. DDSQ says Andrews doesn't have elite hands or route running ability. Yeah, he can't. Yeah, he can't move the way Kittle does. That's not a diss, by the way, right? Like being very good but not elite that's not any kind of slight at all, right? That's fine.
So Marcus says exactly, and Mahomes is the best QB, so he's the only elite QB, right? By this logic, Lamar isn't elite. Lamar is top 5, and Andrews is top 5. No, not right. Not at all. You're not listening to what we're saying. Mahomes, we're talking about the talent level that they possess. Mahomes is more accomplished. He's more productive because of the situation he's in. That doesn't mean he's just that much a better player than Lamar Jackson, that his skill is that much greater than Lamar Jackson or Joe Burrow or Justin Herbert, whoever you want to put in there. Travis Kelce's skill is far greater than Mark Andrews, and you can't argue otherwise, and you're not arguing otherwise. You're saying, well, don't compare him to the best. Well, that's what elite means, man.
Why are you being so harsh on my man Marcus?
Because he ain't listening and he's talking nonsense. That's why.
Oh, wow. Let me see if you can argue this, though, B. Suge says Austin Reeves is him, so he's elite. I can't stand you guys. How do we get so far off topic? I mean, this is not the route we're supposed to go. We're supposed to be talking about the possibility of D-Hop coming to this team. Okay. Pac-Man Jones, who I consider a trusted source, okay, says that it's a strong possibility. He said I guess he said it yesterday and today on the Pat McAfee show. He's hearing some things, B. He's hearing some things. What do you think? Or what do you think the chances are of D-Hop signing with the Ravens?
One, I'm just going to respond to the last thing that Marcus said. He said that Kelsey is generational and Mark is elite. Kelsey is not generational. He played at the same time as Rob Gronkowski. What do you mean?
Well, okay. Well, so that's okay. All right. No, all right. Listen. I'm gonna have to take some notes down. This is a discussion for another day. What is generational to you guys? Can you have more than one generational talent in one generation? No, that's a serious question. Right. That's a serious question.
I know it is because that's the way people use it, but words mean things.
But can you? Yeah. So I mean,
it's just we use generational far more often than we should.
Yeah, he's not Gronk though. He's not Gronk. Right. Yeah. Yeah, Gronk is generational. Yeah, JP, I agree. Gronk is generational. Kelsey, I mean, he's close. He's not Gronk though. All right, we're gonna have to we're gonna have to we're gonna have to think about that. Oh, this gives us some topics for the off season. What's up, Darren? Darren says, "What's up, boys? D Hop smoke is cooking." Hey, man. B, chances D Hop coming to Baltimore.
I'm gonna say 55%, so better than a coin flip that he ends up in Baltimore.
Okay, chances. I'm making a title here. Chance of D Hop to Baltimore. Chat. What say you? D Hop to Baltimore. What are the chances there? What are the chances? Do you believe Adam Pac-Man Jones, or is he just talking? I think I listen when I heard Michael Lombardi say he got it from a reliable source that Lamar said, get me Odell and D Hop, then we'll talk. If I first heard it, I was like, yeah, you're just talking. But I ain't gonna lie, man. I trust Pac-Man more than I trust most mainstream media. Right now, I believe Michael Lombardi a little bit more. I think Lamar has scared them to the point where they're desperate. That's why I honestly believe. Let me read this comment real quick. I'm gonna finish my point. Oh, what does it say, B? I missed it. I'm sorry.
That's a $4 donation from Derek. Thank you very much, Derek. He says 76ers in 4.
Oh man, you're throwing a little shot. Okay, that hurt my feelings, but you might be right. Brooklyn, I hope they get one. And shout out to Shug for the $1.69. Says Brodny, is Yoda elite? He said Yoda, but he meant Yoda. Is Yoda elite?
Not at all. Not even in the conversation.
Okay. Look, we got some percentages here. All right. I see 0% from D Weezy. Rico says 10%. Mr. J says 60. Buck says 45. Darren says 45. Let's see. SB Can says, do you believe Adam Jose? I do. But,
Darius Slay was also kind of alluding to it. He didn't say DeAndre Hopkins, but, apparently he's good friends with DeAndre. And he was saying that, there's other guys out there, who want to go to Baltimore, and who else is actually available, right? That you would be talking about.
Yeah. So yes, I think what happened, the Ravens got scared. Mm-hmm. I think this whole time from, was it 2 years ago when they first talked to him about getting the deal done, they just didn't believe he was going to stand his ground. And I understand it, right? I understand it.
Most players don't.
Most players don't. And he's represented himself, and they figure, man, we're going to eat him alive, right? We're going to eat him. It's like going into court without a lawyer, right? And the other side's got a lawyer. They always tell you, don't go in that court and not have a lawyer. They will eat you alive because they know exactly what they're doing. And that's how they felt. Like, if you believe that, be like, we can sit here and say, hey, this is stupid what you're doing. But if you believe that, right, then that's how you're going to proceed. But the problem is they didn't pivot at any point when all signs were showing this man ain't going to crack, right? And they let it get to the point to where now they're just like, yo, we don't have any options, guys. Like we can't even lie and say, yeah, we're looking at quarterback. If somebody asks about if we're drafting a quarterback or looking at quarterback, get them out the room. Because of course we're not looking at quarterback. Are you kidding me? Did you see these guys? What's going on, DDSQ? Thanks for the donation. Says B, when are we getting that Jedi video? Must see.
There's no Jedi video. I talk about that on Shug's channel, Shug Knight 323. If you want to hear Star Wars talk, head over there, hit that subscribe button. We do the Steel Conspiracy on Tuesday nights. Late Night with Shug Knight may be coming back soon. We'll see. It's on hiatus right now, but we're hoping that's coming back pretty soon on Friday nights as well. But head over to Shug Knight 323, hit subscribe. That's where we do the Star Wars talk.
I'm gonna tell y'all something. We could do a whole channel on everything wrong with Star Wars. I kid you not. We could do a whole channel breaking down everything that's wrong with that franchise. And I love that franchise. But those last 3 movies were the most ridiculous pieces of work I've ever seen.
Now, I'm just going to say this again because you keep misrepresenting what I'm saying. Marcus says, I think he is generational. Brodny's the one who said Kelsey isn't generational because of Gronk. By that logic, Lamar isn't generational because of Mahomes. No. Kelsey isn't generational because he doesn't do things that Gronk couldn't do. Lamar does things that Mahomes can't do. Patrick Mahomes can't rush for 1,200 yards.
No.
That's what makes Lamar generational. He does things that no other quarterback can do. That's not the case with Travis Kelsey. He's an elite player. He's an elite tight end. He's the best in the league right now, but he's not a generational player. You've seen players like him.
Yeah. Excellent player, though.
Yeah.
I love watching him play, man. I love watching that whole team play.
We didn't even answer Marcus's. We didn't even answer Marcus. I'm sorry, Marcus. We didn't even answer his original question, which was if they signed DeAndre Hopkins, does Lamar sign? And I think that I mean, we don't know Lamar, right? We're not in his head. We don't know exactly what it is he's looking for in terms of a contract. But I think if they get DeAndre Hopkins in the building, they will bring Lamar back to the table, and it greatly increases the chance of him signing a long-term deal before July. I think at that point, if they sign DeAndre Hopkins, it'll be much more likely than not that he signs a long-term deal in Baltimore.
I think he does sign, not this year, right? Not this year. I think if they sign D-Hop, he doesn't hold out. He says, "Okay, I'll see you at camp." These are two wide receivers. It gets no better than this for me. He will show up. They will ball out. They're going to try to win it all. They'll have their chances will greatly increase, and they're all going to have excellent years, right? And because they're all going to have excellent years, you damn sure can't break that up. It's easier to part ways with a beloved quarterback, and had the fans not be against you when the season doesn't go great. And even though we made a playoffs, the season didn't go great. Lamar got hurt. We looked terrible on offense. Almost won an ugly game in the playoffs, but we didn't win it. It wasn't a pretty season. But this trio that we're discussing right now, this could look a lot like 2019. And what you do after a season like that is not pay your quarterback, right?
Marcus says, good point. I can agree with that. Lamar does things nobody else can, but there can be more than one generational talent at a position at one time. Good debate, though. Listen, we can agree on that. That's fine. If you want to say there can be more than one generational player, then cool. Travis and Rob are generational. Fine. That's cool. But that doesn't take away their status as the elite players in the league. Is my point. Mark can't be in that because Mark is not generational. So he can't be in the same. He can't be in the same grouping as Travis Kelsey.
Yeah. Salute to Anonymous for a $2 donation. Says we need Brodny's breakdown on the pros and cons of the Jedi battle tactics. Okay, listen, you guys are really trying to push this. Okay, well, all right. Tell you what, if you guys really want to discuss some Star Wars, wait until bonus time. Okay, wait until bonus time of the show. We'll set aside some time. We'll discuss Star Wars. In fact, we'll discuss a little Star Wars in bonus time. We can discuss more Star Wars on the Overtime Show because that's the show for you guys. Now we have topics that we're going to discuss, but man, that's your show. If you want us to talk Star Wars in the Overtime Show, man, go over to patreon.com/LBHT Show. Go ahead right now. Let me ask you guys something. First of all, there's 80 people in here. Go ahead and hit that like button. If you're new, hit the subscribe button. But do you have $3 in your pocket? I hope you do, because this is going to be the last week. It's going to be $3. All right. Prices are going up to $5. Fan of Cyborg says totally irrelevant, but Ravens signed Tariq Black earlier today. This is totally irrelevant. Why did you bring this up?
That is not irrelevant at all.
How is this relevant?
Congratulations to Tariq Black, man.
How is this relevant?
I hope it really works out for you, bro.
How's this relevant to the Overtime Show, which is on patreon.com/LBHT Show?
I mean,
are we going to be talking about
Tariq Black over there?
Well, I guess we
are going to be talking a lot of Tariq Black, because if he makes the roster, I guarantee you someone in our patron only dynasty league will pick him up and put him on the trade block.
Listen, You want to talk about a cutthroat league, boy. That league is cutthroat. What are we talking about on the overtime show? Here we go. Mr. Trey Lance, there are rumors that he might be on the move. I think this would be catastrophic for the 49ers. I know a lot of you think Brock Purdy is the guy. I do not think he's the guy. I think that guy is going to be the guy. Yeah, if they move on from him before he gets a chance, that would be something that you don't want to look back on that.
There are so many organizations right now just intent on fumbling the quarterback bag this offseason. It's crazy.
But yes, we're going to talk about that. And if you want to talk some Star Wars, sign up for as little as $3 a month. In fact, real quick, man, we'll take a quick break here because I know we're going to pick this up. Sterling, what did Sterling say?
He's gonna check his last comment. Thank you for the donation, Sterling.
Thank you, Sterling.
And by the way, for everybody else, that's how you do it. Okay, you want us to read it? You hit that Cash App.
Yes, he says incorrect. B. Star Wars talk can be found on the OT show. Jose, how do they view that?
How you gonna come into my show and tell me I'm wrong about my show, Sterling?
Thank you, Sterling. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you for the support.
No. Thank you, Sterling. I'm not gonna thank a dude who goes into work on his days off.
Listen, man, why are you putting the man's business out there? He had business to conduct up there.
Why?
All right,
because he's coming at me. That's why. Okay?
Yes. B, real quick, tell them about the tiers.
Yeah, so we have the $3 soon to be $5 tier, which gets you into the LBHT Pick'em League, where we give away a custom LBHT trophy at the end of the season. This past season, it was a plaque. If you want to see that, head over to the Rogue Pod. He has it up at all times. I don't understand why. But we also have the $10 tier, which gives you
wait. I just want to say something. That light, you see how it's just beaming off the light like that? There's no lights in there. Okay, you see the lights in the background. Those are dim.
It's a recessed lighting.
Listen. It's dim. But when he held that up, that thing just the light just came out of nowhere. Okay, it's like the sun just entered the room. All right.
I swear to God, like it is the brightest thing in the known universe. Like it reflects everything.
It does.
So we're gonna have to go with the matte version for next year. We have the $10 tier, which gets you the LBHT crew coin that Jose has right there.
Yes.
That also gets you into the aforementioned Dynasty Football League, where we play for a custom championship belt. This was last year's belt. Shout out to Buck, who won the inaugural season. Congratulations. We're going to be upgrading the belt this season, so it'll look similar, but not exactly like this. We also have the regular redraft league that we do. If there's enough interest, we can convert that into a dynasty league as well. We also have the $20 tier, which is a combined tier for this show and our boxing podcast, Ring Kings podcast that we do with OTR Mike. That gets you everything that I mentioned, as well as our custom poker deck featuring our top 25 fighters of all time. We did a 5-part series on that. It's a lot of fun. It was a great conversation. So definitely head over there, hit subscribe, and check that out if you haven't already. And then just brand new, in the last week or so, we have the creator tier, which is a $60 tier. And that's for people who are either, just starting out on YouTube or considering getting into content creation. We give a strategy session with us, Hendo from the Rogue Pod and OTR Mike, to give you, some tips, advice on whatever it is you are wanting to focus on. We give you recommendations for equipment if you need that, content strategy, how to build a community, all kinds of things. We also will give you a list of professionals that we've worked with, whose work we can vouch for, because it is rough out there. Trying to find artists and editors, because people will tell you they can do anything, and coach. People will tell you they can do anything for like $10, and you want to believe them because you don't have a lot of money and
you only want to spend $10.
You're not making money on your show yet, and so you just buy into it, and then it's like 6 months later, you're like, did you do that thing that you said, and you're ghosted.
Yeah.
So we have a list of people who have done good work for us. So we'll share that with you. We have a collaborators channel where you can come in and ask questions. And, once a month we'll do a Q&A video so you can submit any questions there as well.
Basically, and what's up, Rave Kingdom? Thanks for coming through. Basically, if you are thinking about starting a channel, starting a podcast, whatever, right? And you need some help, you need some guidance, you need some tips. You want to make sure you don't you hit the same pitfalls that we and many other YouTubers and content creators did when we first started. Go ahead and sign up. Try it out for a month. Okay, $60. It's a great investment. And if you don't think so, you think that's a lot, look around. I encourage you to shop around.
Yes.
All right. Okay. So all right. NBA time, guys. NBA time. All right. The playoffs is going on. Is there an update on the Lakers?
I am checking right now as we speak. But the update is they're going to beat Memphis.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, they're down bad right now. So it's 35-23.
It's 39-28.
Okay. It's still early. It's early. Not
It's
looking
very
good.
early.
Not looking good.
It's very early.
Okay, so D Weezy said earlier that my Brooklyn Nets are going to get swept. I can't argue.
God damn it, Anthony Davis. What are you doing? He's 1 for 6.
Oh man, listen. We're going to talk more about Anthony Davis in a second, my friend. All right. So the Nets, it's not looking good. They're playing an excellent 76ers team. Maybe we might be able to steal one at home, possibly 2. But I think we're done no later than 6, and that's fine. I think for them to make the 6th seed after the year that they had, I'll take it. And we'll retool in the offseason. I'm not worried about this team at all in the future. The Lakers, they're gonna have to step it up. You can't be falling behind like this with no Ja Morant. But
they're a better team without Ja Morant. Like that that showed last year too when he was hurt.
I think they should trade Ja Morant to Brooklyn.
Yeah, they probably should. Bunch of thugs over there.
I'll take that over some bunch of weirdos.
You don't have any weirdos over there now. They're gone.
I know. That's what I said. I'll take that over a bunch of weirdos.
They're failing in Dallas and Phoenix now.
Well, they just won last night. Phoenix just won.
Yeah, they did. 1-1 to a team missing Paul George is failure.
No. You can't. We're not gonna dismiss Kawhi Leonard like that. Okay, that's you got Kawhi Leonard on your team,
but you're missing. You're missing that number 2 guy. You've got all I hear is they got 3 superstars in Phoenix. That's all I hear. Okay, that's all anybody tells. Actually, some people will even tell you 3.5.
They have one.
Oh, you're just gonna diss Devin Booker like that?
Right. He's not a superstar. He's a star player.
Right.
He's an excellent player. He's not a superstar.
All right.
And Chris Paul's a shell of himself.
Look, I've been telling y'all that for years, but everybody tells me, "No, he's a star. He's a star. He's a star." All right.
Okay, I'm just okay. So right. Phoenix 101. Congrats, Buck. You can still show your face. Who else we got? We have the Golden State Warriors. Hendo, you there? Warriors are going home. They down. Oh, they've never come back from 0-2, right?
No, they haven't.
Sacramento, man, they keeping up with them.
Hendo is wishing the Warriors would come out to play right about now.
Draymond Green is suspended.
Bad Curry and Clay going home.
So Draymond Green is suspended, right? I wanted to show that clip too because some of you guys probably haven't seen it. It was. I understand he was probably retaliating because
traumatic.
Sabonis was I guess he pushed Clay or did something to Clay, and then he definitely grabbed Draymond Green's ankle. Like,
yeah, a little bit.
Listen. I might have been tempted to kick him right there, right? But you stepped on his chest, and then you jumped off of it. You jumped off it, did a little, hey, right?
Hey, like, look at me, I cheated.
You're seeing those Mentos commercials, but it's like, right? That's what he did.
Hey, Hendo, if you are still watching, that's the picture that has to go on the shirt. The Mentos picture.
Nitro said you got the shredder laugh. That's yeah. So man, Draymond, I get it. Like I'm not even mad about it, but you have a long history of doing this. At this point, you have to keep your cool, bro. You're already down. You lost the game, and now they got to go into the third game without you. And this team is tough. Sacramento, I didn't realize Sacramento was this good.
Sacramento's a very good young team. They're not a championship team, but they're a very talented team, a very tough team, and they're too much for Golden State at this point.
Okay, all right.
The Lakers are only down 9 now, by the way. They just needed. They needed me to get eyes on. Is what happened. They were just waiting.
Denver Nuggets are that's going to be over
7.
in 4. 7 what? 7.
They're down 7 now.
Oh. Okay.
I'm just keeping you updated, man. My bad. I'm sorry. Go ahead with the
yeah. I thought you were saying.
I apologize.
I thought you were saying Denver was going to win in 7. I'm like,
no. Denver's going to win in 4, and then they're going to lose the next round in, I'm going to say 6.
Okay. Shout out to Chris White for the 420. He says, "Have y'all watched the games? They not calling a basketball game. The refs have something personal against goals." Oh, here we go.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
With that said, you're not going to win it every season. No. Listen, if you're a Warriors fan, what they got? 5 rings?
4. But I was like, you cannot sit and say that the league has something against Golden State, who has won 4 championships, 3 of them over LeBron in the last, 6 years or whatever it's been, or 6 or 7 years. And you certainly can't do that when the team that they're playing against, it was well documented that the league cheated to keep them out of the finals back against the Lakers.
Yeah, Julian says Adam Silver can't pass on a LeBron Steph matchup in this economy. Warriors winning this 6 or 7. No. It's not. That's not what's going on. What's up, Agent E? Agent E says, Jose, I believe your Nets are going to win Game 3. Maybe they're not winning the series. I don't believe it. If they win it, I'll be happy. Right? Like this isn't their year. Right? There's too much going on. This isn't their year. I really want to see what Mikal Bridges can do in his playoffs. Cam Johnson. I mean, we have a lot of young pieces, man. I want to see what they do at this higher level of competition, so we can better determine in the offseason who to keep and who to trade. Right? I think between the players that they have on this roster and the picks, they got so many future draft picks. They can package something together to get a star player, possibly a superstar player, the way this league works. So I'm very high on Brooklyn for the future, but this series, no, we're toast. Mr. J says 2 of those championships were layups. I don't call them layups. Well, one was they swept the Cavs on one of them. Yeah, man. MDT Sports says I'm a Warriors fan. He said, I'm a Warriors fan and league cheating on the Warriors. Yeah, here we go, man. Okay. All right. The Golden State Warriors are being cheated. Yes. D Weezy, he bet money on the Sixers. All right. Sixers and 4, I win money. Sixers and 5, I win money. Well, good for you. Whatever. Okay. I hope they win at 6. No, I'm just kidding. I want you to get your money, D Weezy. That's too petty. Kogan Sharon, what's going on, my friend? Says Sacramento has a good chance to make it out of the West. I think so. I think these teams are strong, right? Dallas is winning in 3.5. Okay.
Dallas isn't in the playoffs. So.
Not Dallas. Denver. Yeah. Denver.
I don't think the West is particularly strong, honestly. It's just there's a bunch of
Sterling.
Good. Sorry, thanks for coming through. There's a bunch of good teams, but not great teams. There's a couple great teams in the East, I think.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, Denver, Sacramento, Lakers, even the Clippers, man. Like
if Paul George comes back.
and obviously the Suns, right, with KD. We'll see. Yeah, I hear what you're saying. They're not, not necessarily great, but there's some
They're
good
all
teams.
around the same level though, so it's a little open. It's more open than is the norm in the NBA, I think.
Yeah. Okay. All right. There's your playoffs update. Okay.
Well, I mean, that's not the entire playoff update, right? I mean, like you're talking about your Brooklyn Nets, and you want to see how they do at this higher level of competition. It's not going great right now against the 76ers, but that's a very good, very experienced team in Philly, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Things would be going a lot better if perhaps they were playing the Hawks.
I was just about to get to that.
Trey Young, award winner. If you hadn't seen, they're starting to put out the end of year awards. Jaren Jackson, congratulations to him on winning Defensive Player of the Year. De'Aaron Fox won the first ever most clutch player award, which is fantastic. I just want to put in the chat, where would you rank Trey Young? He won an award today. Where would you rank him? Like top 5, top 10, top 15, top 20, outside the top 20? Where do you think Trey Young is? Put your answer in the chat. Because the rest of the NBA does not have him ranked very highly.
Yes, let's see. Chat, put it in there. Trey Young. That is Trey Young from the Atlanta Hawks. Okay, the baby Steph Curry.
Troll hair.
Huh?
Troll hair.
Yes, troll hair. Yes. D Weezy says top 15. Coach says overrated. Okay, all right. You're hot. You're hot. Julian says Trey Young 15 to 20 stock drop this year. Okay. Kogan says under
outside the 20.
Outside 20. Okay. Yeah. Coach says overrated. And indeed, that is what he won, ladies and gentlemen. NBA players voted Trey Young as the most overrated player in the league. Now, when I saw this, I was like, man, that's some hate going on there, man. That's hate. But, me and B discussed it, and we said, okay, what does it mean to be overrated, right? That doesn't mean you're bad.
Right, because he is a very, very good player.
Right. He's a very good player.
Very good young player.
But overrated means you're not as good as you're perceived to be, right? Now, what is he perceived to be? That's why we asked you, where do you rank him? Easily top 25, Nitro says. Where do you rank him? Top 25, like where? Like 25, 24, 23, 22, 21. Like where do you rank him? So I saw top 15. I saw, I didn't see anybody in top 10. Nobody thinks he's top 10. Saw a couple top 15 to 20, right? So me and B did. And do you have that list, B?
I don't.
He doesn't have it. Okay,
I have it on my phone. I'll have it as a graphic here.
No, that's fine. It's fine. I'll say we have a list of players that we think are better than Trey Young. Okay, now we'll go through it, and you can tell us if you agree or disagree. We also have a list of arguably better than Trey Young, and we'll see what number we get to. All right.
Yeah. So Giannis, obviously, number one. Jokic.
Wait. Hold on, because Nitro just amended his answer of 15 to 20. Okay. Okay. All right. So count along, guys. Count along.
Giannis is 1.
This is disrespectful, Coach. Jordan Poole is not better than Trey Young.
Oh, come on, Coach. Come on, man.
I'm sorry.
What did Trey Young do to the Heat?
I don't know. Okay. All right. I'm sorry. All right. No more interruptions.
So you got Giannis at 1, Jokic. I mean, these is not in order. I'm just counting them out. Giannis 1, Jokic 2, Kevin Durant 3, LeBron 4, Curry 5, Embiid 6, Luka 7, Jason Tatum 8, Kawhi Leonard 9, Devin Booker 10, Ja Morant 11, Damian Lillard 12, Jimmy Butler 13, James Harden 14, Donovan Mitchell, 15. Karl Anthony Towns, 16. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, what was I at? 15, 16. Kyrie Irving.
No, you were at 16. This is 17.
16, 17. So Kyrie Irving, Jaren
18.
Jackson.
That's 19.
Jaylen Brown makes 20.
So we have them outside of our top 20. And now, granted, these are the ones that me and B agreed on.
Both agreed on. I had Anthony Davis, Paul George, and De'Aaron Fox as well.
Yeah. So, top 25. Okay, right. That's where I think that's where he should be. Top 15. I just don't see how you can crack top 15.
No, but I think that's where people were kind of putting him after their playoff run a couple of years ago.
Yes,
which is kind of where this comes from. And you have the list
because he's top 5.
It's amazing. It's hilarious that you say that because do y'all know who came in second?
I do have the graphic. Okay, let's pull it up here. Let's pull it up. I forgot about this. All right, Julius Randle came in second with half the vote
on the strength of his playoff performance from last season.
Wow. Pascal Siakam Butler made the list. That's all hate right there.
Jimmy Butler, no, I don't think that's hate on Jimmy Butler. I think you had a lot of people calling him a superstar, trying to put him in that top tier, and he's not in that top tier.
Your boy Austin Reeves is on the list, B.
That's hate. Now, I mean, let's be real. That's hate. Because what did anybody say about Austin Reeves besides, man, they should re-sign him?
Jaren Jackson is on here. Didn't he just win defensive MVP?
He sure did.
That's hate.
There's a lot of haters in the NBA, man. There's a lot of haters in the NBA.
Listen. Everybody hates Dylan Brooks. I'm surprised he didn't win it.
I know. He should have won it. He should. But who I'm surprised is not on this list, who I thought would have run away with this award is Luka. Because nobody likes to be trash talked in Serbian by a dude who's out of shape.
Yo, like he does, like the way he moves, you don't believe he's running by you. You're like, he didn't even do nothing. But yeah, I could see that. RJ Barrett, Draymond Green, Damian Lillard, Chris Paul. Okay. But I mean, let's pull this up again because there's a lot of names on here. But none of them came close to Trey Young. Do you know how much hate you have to have in your heart for this man to get that percentage of the vote? That is insane.
Of the league. 15% of the league said, get that man the hell out of my face.
Nitro says Hawks is trash. He carrying that team, and Draymond and Gobert should be tied for one. Well, so listen,
those guys are good.
Well, look, here's the thing in basketball. Like when you're the man, you carry your team, right? And it stands out. It'll show. Like you can't be struggling to make the playoffs, even if the rest of your guys are trash. Like you can't be struggling to be 8th seed. Right, in the league and be considered like a top player. You know what I mean?
and they struggled to make it, and then got embarrassed last year when they got there, and they're getting embarrassed again this year.
Yeah. So. Yes. If you're like, I mean, that argument if you're putting together a championship caliber team, then yes, you got to have some other pieces. But just showcasing your skills, showing that you're one of the best, you don't need anybody around you for that.
And the thing is, nobody thinks Rudy Gobert is that good. Nobody thinks Draymond Green is that good anymore.
No.
So you can't really call them overrated at this point.
Yeah. What else we got here? Jalen Brunson ahead of him. We talked about it. I don't think Jalen Brunson ahead of him. He's having Jalen Brunson's better than I thought. I didn't think he's going to be this good in New York, but he's having an excellent year. Number 10 for Cleveland better. Who's number 10? You're not talking about Spider. We said Spider.
I think he's talking about Darius Garland.
Oh, Garland.
Because I don't think he is.
No, I don't think so either.
Not yet.
No. There's a couple players out there that were like they might be a year or two away.
Anthony Edwards is another one.
Yeah.
But I mean, we can't be just completely disrespectful to Trey. Trey is a very good player.
Absolutely. Money Making Mitch does not agree that Kyrie's better. Kyrie is better. Listen, there's no love for Kyrie over here, but he is better. Kyrie's still one of the top players in the league, man. Like, yes, if he's on your team is doomed. That's guaranteed. But skill-wise, Kyrie still got it.
I mean, Kyrie was,
And we said Curry will.
Kyrie was going shot for shot with LeBron in the finals.
Yeah.
Right. Like, let's be real. And Jaren Jackson, again, he's a good offensive player and defensive player of the year. So yeah.
Coach says, did we say Clay? No, Clay's not bad. Not at this point.
Not anymore.
Yeah. Money Making Mitch says Luka didn't even make the playoffs, so he must not be the man. We just explained what happened. Okay. Yeah. You put Kyrie on your team, see how far you get. That's a crazy statement.
He took his smile. He doesn't love it anymore.
They were the fourth seed. Yeah. They were the fourth seed, man. Listen, Money Making Mitch, let's be real. I don't know who your team is, but you think you're winning with I don't care who's on your team. You put Kyrie on there. You think you're winning? Nope.
Man, it's the ultimate cooler.
Did we mention De'Aaron Fox? De'Aaron Fox was
on the argued list. I had him better than Trey. Jose did not.
I'm on the fence. You can obviously make an argument. He's playing great right now.
Yeah.
But this is like his first great year, right?
I think he's been good. He's just been in Sacramento.
Yeah. Yeah. You can definitely make an argument for it, right? And it won't take hard to sway me. You go home, Kogan.
Jose is home. We don't leave the house to do this YouTube show.
Is it that ridiculous of an argument to say that Trey Young is better than De'Aaron Fox? Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, De'Aaron Fox is head and shoulders better than Trey Young. Get out of here. Did we see Coach of the Year? Who's Coach of the Year?
Who won Coach of the Year?
Hate when say this Fox better than Luka. When they say De'Aaron Fox is not better than Luka.
No, it's not. Luka is probably the third best player in the league right now.
Add to pop, you see San Fran looking to Trey Lance. Yeah, we'll talk about a little bit more in the bonus time portion of it. And well, actually, no, we're gonna talk about an overtime show. Okay, that is the topic for the overtime show.
Mike Brown, Coach of the Year.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a comeback story.
Yeah, well deserved.
Well deserved
yes. For him.
If you're just joining us, the overtime show, which you can find on patreon.com/LBHT Show, we'll be discussing Trey Lance and the 49ers about to make a catastrophic mistake in trading him if they do that. Okay, we're going to discuss that. Also, we'll discuss the Commanders. The Commanders, they're trying to make some money with the sale. Okay, Dan Snyder trying to cash out. One of the guys that's making a bid, he might have some funny money going on there. We're gonna discuss it. Of course, when it comes from a black man, it's gotta be funny.
I was gonna say you got some people in blackface over there trying to get an NFL team. I don't like that.
No. We're gonna break all that down in the overtime show. You do not want to miss this. Patreon.com/LBHT Show. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the last week for $3 for the $3 tier, which will get you into so much stuff. Okay, you get access to the overtime show. You get access to our Discord, which is tons of fun. All right, so go over there and check it out. In fact, we already discussed Patreon. Let's talk about this merch, this hot merch that we're wearing. I know you like what we're wearing. Okay, you're like, man, that stuff is pretty dope. Let me look online and see where they got that from. Okay, you can't find it anywhere but right over here. LBHTShow.com/shop. That's where you find our merch. Unless you're at a local swap meet in LA, and then maybe you'll run into Suge and he might be bootlegging our stuff. Outside of that, LBHTShow.com/shop is where you can get this merch. So make sure.
You know where else you might be able to get some of that merch? At our summer meet and greet that we'll be putting on towards the end of July, early August. We're going to be nailing that date down here in the next couple of days. Just want to make you aware we're going to have a meetup. It's going to be, food, probably some music. We'll have merch. Well, it'll be a good time. So just keep an eye out for that. We are going to have more information coming very soon. But there's going to be giveaways. There's going to be prizes and stuff like that. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah. So be on the lookout. Tickets will be on sale. You don't want to miss that. Oh, okay. Salute, Agent E. I like that. Yes. Buy you a t-shirt. D Weezy wants a fitted cap. We're working on that. In fact, that you might get one from the open mic from OTR Mike collection. Oh, yes, our brother OTR Mike. He's got his Patreon coming out soon. Get on that waiting list. And merch will be dropping soon as well. Hey,
that is not something that I would ever say.
It's our friend Danity. Says, was it Brodny who told me to shut my black mouth when I said San Francisco with Trey Lance? If my memory serves me correctly, no, we would never say that to you. We would never say that to you, Danity. Never. Okay. I said that'd be a huge mistake because I don't believe in Brock Purdy. You know what? Let's get into it right now. It's bonus time, ladies and gentlemen. I like the pace of this show. Okay. We're gonna get well under 2 hours.
Nice.
What's up, Megan? Hey, thanks for coming through. Megan is a moderator for what's the channel? Hawks
Nest.
Hawks Nest. Megan, drop that link to Hawks Nest. Okay, she is a Seattle Seahawks fan. She has been very supportive of the whole crew. Okay, the whole roundup. Us, Hendo, Coach. You know, she's coming here and support. Appreciate it. If you broke your thumb. Oh man, that sucks. But hey, go show some support. Subscribe over to Hawks Nest. All right. And next time they do a live stream, man, say salute from the LBHT crew. Okay. All right. We appreciate everybody comes through, especially fans of other teams. And I'm not sure if Megan knows, but you're a Panthers fan, B. Right. I'm not sure if Megan knows that. I'm a Ravens fan. B's a Panthers fan. So that's why whenever you're here, we cover a lot of Ravens and Panthers. We haven't discussed any real Panthers news today. Is there any quick things you want to discuss? Like, I mean, I know we discussed Bryce Young. Looks like he's going to be the pick, right?
Yeah, it's looking like Bryce Young. There's really not much else to say as of right now. I think, with that second round pick, I think they should be looking towards another pass catcher. Either another wide receiver or a tight end to put your boy Hayden on the bench where he belongs. Not sure. It's going to depend on obviously how the draft board falls and who's available there. But yeah, they're just kind of waiting right now. It looks like Bryce Young is going to be the pick, which is a fantastic thing. It's a fantastic outcome. I mean, I've been saying all season I wanted Bryce Young, and I fell in love with the Anthony Richardson hype. But Bryce Young is a great prospect. So things are going to be looking up in Carolina very, very soon.
So do you think any of these high end prospects will be better than Hayden Hurst?
Yes.
Which one?
Michael Mayer, Dalton Kincaid, maybe one or two other ones. I'm not sure about Darnell Washington, but there are a couple other guys. There's one guy whose name I won't say because it sounds too much like a word that you're not supposed to say. And but there's a lot of good tight ends in this class. So hopefully one of them will fall to that 39th pick, or there'll be another wide receiver there available for them.
All right. Okay. And this is backfiring in your face. This is not going the way you think it's going to go. He says, is Brodny a Panthers fan? Brodny does 3 Ravens shows. Is one of those shows your show? Do you do a Ravens show?
I might have to.
Wait, B, he does a Ravens show?
He does. And I might have to cut that one out. You're right, Shug.
Oh, okay. Because every time we say he was a Ravens fan, he denies it. But all I see, I don't see any Steelers mentioning this at all. All I see is Ravens. Oh man, that's very revealing. We might have to screenshot that. I don't know. I have to think about that. Attitude Pop. He said, Attitude Pop is so persistent, man. San Fran trying to get Lamar probably because what QB they going to use. Purdy's still hurt and probably miss next season. Ain't no way they believe in Sam Darnold, so Lamar could be in the works. Yeah,
that is one thing because Purdy himself came out and said he's not sure he's going to play at all next year. So why are you trying to trade Trey Lance right now when you're in your Super Bowl window?
I think I don't believe these talks, man. I'm sure they take a phone call, but they're not really interested in trading him.
Well, that is the other thing. Danity. They said that these trade talks are the result of people calling them. They are not shopping Trey Lance.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. And I think once he gets out there and starts playing, Brock Purdy talk is gonna go away.
Yeah.
Shug said Steelers don't talk with Latinos like me.
Okay, Black Shug.
Yeah. That's yeah. Shug was that. That was Shug before. Okay. This is Shug now after his DNA test. Yes, I love it. Sharon says she's waiting for the overtime show. Salute. Yes. Antonio Taylor, what's going on? Says Mike Brown, Coach of the Year. Yes, indeed. Yes. All right. Look, we're here for a few minutes. We got a little time. We got through our stories early. If you want to circle back to some more Ravens talk, it got heated earlier. If you're just coming in here, got heated earlier over Mark Andrews. You guys defended Mark Andrews quite well. He would be proud of you. Okay, he'd be proud of you. Although we weren't taking a shot at him, we're just saying he's not Travis Kelce. But yeah, man, Odell and D-Hop would be something that we really haven't seen as Ravens fans. Like potentially the firepower. Like even though we had a great 2019 season, but like what we could do in a passing game, and actually a more balanced offense. Hopefully, if Tom Monken takes it there, that could be we could be in for a treat. And it'll be bittersweet for me because it just goes to show me that this team could have, they knew that they could have done this all along, but they're just being stubborn and wanted to do things their way.
The Ravens should have already won the Super Bowl.
Yep.
With Lamar Jackson, and they haven't because of John Harbaugh and EDC. Now they're going to get the credit, and that's fine. That's the way it goes. But they're going to get the credit for turning things around. But really, it's been Lamar forcing them to go outside of their comfort zone and go after some wide receiver talent. And if they get DeAndre Hopkins, they should be one of the favorites for the Super Bowl. They should be talked about ahead of Cincinnati, ahead of Buffalo, ahead of the Jets and Miami. It should be them in Kansas City because you already have the defense, right? I mean, obviously, there's a couple holes to plug on the defense, but it's largely there already. And if they get those, if they add in DeAndre Hopkins and Odell stays healthy, Odell, Hopkins, and Bateman is one of the better wide receiving corps in the league.
Facts.
So and if you bring back no,
I wish, Danny. She wants to know that this meet and greet is BYOB.
We'll have details for you soon, but I think you'll be happy, Danny.
You would no. We wish we can save some money, but no, it's gonna be it's gonna be all inclusive food and drinks. So yes, you will thoroughly enjoy yourself. Trust us. But yes, it will be one of the best. We can go from one of the worst to one of the best wide receiver corps in the league.
And I want to say thank you to our newest patron, CW, for signing up. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. And also Saquon signing back up on the Patreon. Thank you. Great to have you back.
Yeah, welcome back. Salute. And we also need to mention, right? If you sign up for Patreon, and listen, man, times get tough, and you find better things to spend your money on. Totally understand. That's no problem. Don't need to leave the Discord. We don't kick anybody out of the Discord, right? Unless you acting a fool. But that Discord, once you're in, you're in. We don't kick anybody out. You are part of that community. All right.
Yes.
So don't ever feel like you can't. Oh man, I can't afford it right now, or I just don't want to pay it anymore. Don't feel like you gotta disappear. You do not need to disappear. Once you're in, you're in. No questions asked. All right.
Hey, and everybody in the chat, I'm trying to get Hendo to agree to have one of the giveaways be a personalized poem from Hendo's pen. If you would like that.
Poem. I think you said poem. I was like, poem.
No, poem. So if you would like that, please harass him. Gently.
Mr. J has a request to kick Sugar out of the Discord.
I did not kick Sugar out of the Discord. I put him in timeout because he was talking James Prochet nonsense.
Hey, salute to you, Megan. Thanks for coming through. Says head on Gang Talk soon. And Pete Carroll for Coach of the Year. Okay. All right. NDT Sports says, I really think Ravens going to get D-Hop. I got that feeling. Okay.
Hopefully.
I hope so too. What's up, Adit? Thanks for coming through, man. Adit, you're another one, man. Post your channel. You have a sports talk show with your friend. Put it in the chat, man. Go and subscribe to Adit. Okay.
Thank you, C Dubs. You just signed up for the Patreon. Appreciate it, man.
Salute.
Thank you.
Adit says there's more smoke on D-Hop to Baltimore than there is a Willie Nelson and Snoop Dogg concert in Amsterdam, especially with the draft approaching. I wouldn't be shocked. Yeah. Go for it. Go for it. Then you don't have to worry about wide receiver in the draft. You want to go get defense, go get defense. We love you too, Megan. Thank you. Come over to Hawks Nest today as we're going live. But we'll love to see you anytime. Yes, we have to do an overtime show after this.
That invite was for Hendo. She don't love us like that.
Oh man,
Rose
gonna be Hendo's gonna be on the overtime show too. Don't worry, we'll pop in the chat. Everybody that's in the chat now, go over to Hawks Nest, please subscribe and show some love. Show some love from an LBHT crew. Okay, let them know we sent you guys over there. Go in there, say what's up. Real quick, give a shout out. Megan's in here and she's supporting all of us. Return the favor. Okay.
Absolutely. Danity's asking, what is the dressing attire? Is it casual? Yes.
Casual. Yes. Casual. We're going to have fun. Going to be laid back. Just going to eat, drink, chop it up, give away a prize or two. All right. Send you home with some goodies. Okay. Mm-hmm. It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
All right. So, NDT Sports says, no, Jose, I get rid of Duvernay. Get Tank Dell from Houston College. No, I don't. What's Tank Dell going to do in this offense? He might be good, but what's he going to do in this offense if Odell's healthy, D-Hop, and Rashad Bateman?
He won't play much. But Devin Duvernay is an elite returner. You don't get rid of Devin Duvernay. You can get rid of Tylan Wallace and get Tank. You cannot Duvernay though. Duvernay. Look, I wasn't high on Duvernay, the pick, but Duvernay has proven his worth. Last year, last couple of years.
What's up, Mikey?
What's up, Mike?
Shout out to our brother OTR Mike. Brandon Bazel says Big Mike letting them videos out the vault. Yes. In fact, look, make sure you guys subscribe. Open mic with OTR Mike. All right. Where the mic is open for any discussion, no matter who it is, where it is, or what it is. I'm not sure if that's the right order, but it's something like that. Go over there and hit the subscribe button. Yes, Mikey has been he recorded quite a few episodes. He took a little break, but like we always tell you, even if you don't see us necessarily active, doesn't mean we're not working. We're always working. And you're seeing it now. So you're going to see a lot of stuff. Ring Kings has been a little inactive, but that's going to ramp right back up too. You're going to see a lot of videos come out for Ring Kings as well. Obviously, we got the live stream coming up on Saturday for the Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia fight. So go and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. What are you reading, B?
Daniel Franklin says Duvernay isn't worth $4 million. Yes, he is. He's an all-pro returner. And look, he contributes to the offense as best he can. I think with a better offensive coordinator, you'll see more production out of Duvernay. He's one of the few guys on Baltimore's offense who, when he gets the ball, looks like he is desperate to make something happen. And I mean, I don't know if you heard, but Allen Robinson's getting $15 million this year. And
what do you think you can get with $4 million? I'm curious.
It's not much. Duvernay is absolutely worth that money.
Coach does not like Tank Dell.
Why you don't like Tank Dell? I'm just curious. I have him on the team. That was really hoping that he would have a nice rookie season.
What's up, Gabriella? Thanks for coming through.
What's going on?
Listen, that's a good deal.
Yeah,
that's a good deal. Like I said, in the return game, what he brings, that's worth it alone. Will G says, You wear a hoodie and be more in July. You wear a hoodie and be more in July. You go into the grave. Oh, our summer heat with the humidity don't play.
Well, luckily, it's going to be probably most likely in Columbia.
Yes. And it'll be indoors, so he's not going to wear a hoodie. I don't think.
We'll see. Right? Yeah, well.
Okay, he says he's going to wear a hoodie. All right.
Gotta wear that merch.
Listen, man, we have T-shirts.
Yeah, I don't want to buy extra merch. I'm trying to make money on this event. Okay.
Man, you might want to get one because even at nighttime, it'll still be like 90 degrees.
Yeah, I know.
Danny says All Pro definitely makes you worth some money. Yeah, absolutely. Nitro thinks Tank Dell's gonna be a Pro Bowler barring injury. All right. I mean, I'm not gonna argue one way or another. I don't know. Coach doesn't like him, so I mean, Coach breaks down the film. So I'm leaning more towards what Coach says, but I'm not gonna dismiss what you say either. Nitro, we'll see.
So just officially, Tank Dell's on the block.
You got Tank Dell on your squad?
I sure do. Well, no. Tank Dell, no, I don't actually. Nathaniel Dell is on the block. So if you have any offers, you go ahead and hit me up.
Coach said he's gonna wear his 9-piece suit to the meet and greet. All right. We're gonna wrap this up here. We'll read a couple more comments on our way out. But if you want to hang out with us a little bit longer, go over to patreon.com/LBHT Show. All right. This is the last week. Yes, right near me, and not a long drive. Yes.
It's all about you, right, Danny? No, we're very excited as well.
Yes. Excited. Cannot wait.
It's gonna be a lot of fun.
I feel like I probably bumped into Dandy before. She probably didn't say nothing.
Probably.
Yes, this is the last week for a $3 tier. All right. Last week. And we're gonna bump it up to $5, which is still a sweet deal. Okay. Yes, you got $3 in your pocket. Sign up, join our Discord, check out the Overtime Show. Lots of fun. Marcus Payne says, I'm wearing my best black and purple. There you go. Okay.
Oh, my bad.
What I'm talking about. So okay. I have to emphasize this. We are selling tickets to this event. I just hope yes. So it'll be a good price. Don't worry. We're not gonna hurt any pockets there. But yes, I hope you guys purchase, support the effort, because again, everything that we do, we put into the show, man. We're everything that you guys get to us, man. We're finding ways to improve the show, make things bigger and better. All right. And we got a lot more in store for you guys. I keep saying that, and I think we deliver. Yeah,
absolutely.
So, yeah.
Derek's asking, where do we pre-order? The tickets are not up for sale yet. It's most likely going to be through Eventbrite, but we will for sure let you know when they go on sale. That might be a pop-up stream.
I should point this out too. 65 people still in here. Thank you guys. All right, hit that like button, subscribe. Go over, if you could, go over to LBHTShow.com. Just go over there, and then you hang out there for like a second. You'll get a pop-up asking you to sign up for our email list.
Mm-hmm.
If you could do that, that would be greatly appreciated. Okay,
and then you will be the first to know when the tickets are on sale.
And listen, we don't spam anybody because we don't have any newsletter to send. Not right now. We'll spam you in the future. No, we're not gonna spam. We don't send like a bunch of stuff. If we send you something, it's important announcements. Maybe in the future we'll send like a weekly newsletter, just letting you know this is what time shows are starting, or if there's something going on that you need to be aware about. Like we're doing this multi-stream event with us, Coach, and Hendo for the draft. We'll notify you. You'll be the first to know that way. So yes, LBHTShow.com. Just go over there and just put your email in on the you sign up for our email list, and stuff like the event, you'll definitely be the first to know. All right. I think that's it.
That is definitely it.
That is it. Thank you guys so much. All right. It's getting warmer out there. Okay. We got some t-shirts on the site. Okay. For men, women, and children. So you check that out there at LBHTShow.com as well. /shop. Okay. Okay. We're talking some Trey Lance. We're talking We're talking the Commanders sale, and of course, there's something shady going on with the Commanders, right? Could it end any other way? We'll discuss that coming up. But B, are you ready?
I'm ready.
He is ready. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for hanging out with us. Have a great night. Enjoy the rest of your week, and we will see you next time. Peace.